Hey guys, it's Zane Hargrove here. I know this is weird, a video dropping that's not, a soundtrack or an edit. Um, Before I get into the full thick of it with this video, I just want to give a thanks to all of you guys who watch my channel and, even more so to those who are subscribed. I do not know if I would have been able to make the channel the way it is now if it weren't for you guys. When I first made the channel, it was back in, I believe it was either 2020 or 2021. I made it, and I did a lot of Gacha Life stuff. Gacha Club, all that. Because I saw other people doing it, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I'll see what the hype is about. And it didn't really go that as far as I had seen other people do it. And overall, I got a bunch of hate for it. So I stopped posting for a while. And fast forward about 2.5 years later, between, community posts, keeping you guys updated, making sure that the channel wouldn't disappear, I deleted the majority of my Gacha Life. I still have a few Gacha Life things up there that I'm really proud of and have been kind of fan favorites since I made them, so I keep them not only for the continuity, but for sheer nostalgic reasons. But your guys' support has helped me so much through all the years that I've had this channel. And I want to give a very, very big thank you to Shinazuzuki. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your YouTube name, but she has been a real queen and has absolutely been helpful and has been supporting me a lot through these last few months of the change of the channel and my edits and stuff. So, thank you so much for all your guys' support. Anyhow, on to the real reason behind this video. I am going to start a playlist of different stories. Most of the characters that you guys have seen, like Zane, Fair, Phoenix, Xerix, Jake, all of them belong to an AU that my friends and I have made for the Netflix series known as Stranger Things. And a lot of these characters belong to that, but there are a few other characters that you've probably seen here and there that don't look like they fit in, and they either belong to other series like the originals and the Vampire Diaries up to Harry Potter and Fast and Furious and stuff like that. But I'm gonna start doing audiobooks and stuff for different stories. And the one that I'm going to start with, that I've been working on nonstop since probably the beginning of last year, is called Ride or Die, Zephyr Valentine. And this is one of those stories that I based her off of the Fast and Furious movies, but her and you'll meet this character later on in her story, Ryder Cruz, are based off of the movie series Fast and Furious. But my friend and I, who made Ryder, he made Ryder, and I made Zephyr, we tied it in with the city of Hawkins and Stranger Things. So this story will be about that. And I will say that writing is one of the few things that have been taking up my time outside of, obviously, digital art, composing, my edits, school, and my volunteer work, and, just life in general. Writing these stories takes up a bunch of my time. And I physically want to share it with other people that, I don't know outside of my friend group. The only people that have read these stories are teachers and my friends and, funny enough, my parents. And, they all say the same thing. Oh, it looks good, or, you need to change this. But I'd like to get a physical edition out there to people who are, looking for something that's out of the norm, or something that they can sit down and, they can work on homework or something and have this playing in the background over their headset or on the TV or, stuff like that. And I will say all the stories that I will be making audiobooks for are about anywhere from 13 to 17 plus, because of the physical nature of these. And it's not because there's a whole bunch of, sex, nudity, stuff like that. It's more because there's a lot of cuss words, there's gory scenes, and yes, there's just a whole lot of stuff that goes into these stories. Especially this one, Ride or Die, Zephyr Valentine. Her story has really it's actually made me cry a few times with certain sections that I've written. I actually have her physical notebook that have her stories and stuff in it. I don't think I have it upstairs with me at the moment, but all these stories I have written in a notebook, but I've been transferring it over to a physical Google Doc that is what I'm going to be reading from to you guys. This video isn't going to be, I'm not going to be reading to you guys in this. This is just a heads up to what's to come and what's in the works. So, yeah. Just as a teaser for you guys, Ride or Die, Zephyr Valentine. I've been working on, I said this earlier, I've been working on it for literally months. I've been working on it for a while. And I've just gotten to a point where I'm happy with it. It sits at 28 pages right now on the doc. And I have up to, I'd say, probably about 40 to 50 pages written physically in the notebook. But I decided to take a break and step away from it because I got to a point where I was forcing myself to work on it, and the section that I was trying to write just didn't come out. I ended up having to rip a few of the pages out because I was just not happy with the content that I was writing. And so I took a break. I've been working on other stories that I will share to you guys eventually. I definitely want your guys' opinion on things here before we wrap this up. When I start doing the audio books, I'm curious if you guys want, chapter by chapter, or, let's say I do the prologue, chapter 1 and chapter 2, or, how would you guys want the audiobook to be set up? because I want to make it so you guys can listen to it and, you know, be enthused with it and everything. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching and loving the content. After May, I will kind of be going off grid for a bit because May's going to be a busy month for me as a senior in high school with graduation and ROTC and family events coming up and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that May's probably going to be busy. I will try and post once in a while on the community tab. I'll probably release an edit here or there, but don't expect audiobook content. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the audiobook stuff once I start releasing that. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And as always, I hope you guys will continue to support the channel and everything. And, you know, just be safe out there. It's a scary world with stuff going on and all that. I don't know everybody's situations, but, you know, do what you can. You guys got this. And I'll see you guys later.